Welcome back. Now it's time to talk to our business expert, Jonathan Pfahl. Hello.
Hi, Chrissy. How are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Good.
Now, Jonathan, you're going to be talking to us about how to get free PR. But first of all, I did have a question from a viewer that I'd like you to help us answer.
Sure.
Unfortunately, I don't have the name. I'm sorry. But this person says, I'm thinking of starting my own business, but I'm not really that outgoing, bold or courageous, but I want to make something of myself and be proud of me. What would you do, Chrissy? Now, just before we get Jonathan's take on this, I do have to say that I don't really I think it helps to be outgoing and stuff when you're in business. However, I don't think you necessarily need to be. I'll tell you why. I met Karen Millen once. I interviewed her because she helps run a charity, and obviously you know who Karen Millen is. She had that, she used to have, because she sold it now, the clothing business. And I was quite surprised. She was very, very shy, and she didn't really want to do the interview. She wanted her friend to do the interview. Managed to persuade her in the end. But she achieved so much, even though she's so quiet and she's so shy. So I don't necessarily think you have to be loud or outgoing to be successful in business. I just think you have to have a passion for what you're doing, and that will drive you through. And obviously, as you start sort of having meetings and things for your business, I think that confidence will grow as well. I don't know what you think, Jonathan.
It's very similar. I was going to use the word passion as well, because as long as they're, he or she, as long as they're following their passion, that's the first step. You know, when you're starting a business, it's never easy. It isn't, regardless of what industry or sector that you're in. And therefore, it has to be something that you're very passionate about, that you believe in. But my other tip I would say to them is, before they start going out and spending lots of money and producing a product or getting things out there, is to firstly start with close family and friends, and then social network friends, to make sure they're on track in building something that people want.
Right, okay. Definitely, you always drive that through, don't you? Because you really want us to get it into our heads, because it's so true. It's really true.
Prove to yourself first, cost effectively, that you've got a product or service that people would like to buy.
Definitely.
If you get that done first, follow your passion.
Your uncle. Okay, so you're going to be telling us about how to get free PR now.
Free PR today, yes, which we were supposed to talk about last time, but we ran out of time, didn't we?
Yeah.
And it's been a bit of a whirlwind since I've last seen you. But the key messages I want to get across with free PR is, it's all about timing. You know, in my experience, you can pay for full-time PR agents who work hard on a weekly basis, creating press releases for you and sending it out to various media channels, hoping that someone will pick it up. But it's very much a case of timing. And what I mean by that is, whatever sector you are in business, there's a very easy way to find out through the 52 weeks of the year. There is a global or a national awareness week in some way, shape or form for the sectors. Some of them we've heard of: Global National Apprentice Week, for example, Global Enterprise Week, for example, are some of the big ones that we always focus around. But across every sector, all the major channels have a specific focus or a weekly awareness campaign. So the two key tips are: find out when there is a specific awareness campaign for your sector in the calendar year. Right. That's the first thing, which you can simply do by going online and finding out those weeks. And know that when a specific awareness week is coming up for a sector, all the major researchers in television, radio, and of course in the printed press, in the newspapers, magazines, they are under obligation, because that's what Joe Public wants to hear about, of where these stories are and to talk about it. So 1 to 2 weeks before that week, the researchers are currently and looking for agencies and individuals who represent that sector to share their views and share their comments. So the way to get free PR is to find out when those weeks are taking place and do the researcher's job for them, which means you contact all of those specific major channels that you want to be in. And how do you get access to them? Almost every single journalist now, or every individual on TV, has their Twitter address at the bottom of the feed. In most of the newspapers, they have their email address at the bottom of the feed. 2 weeks before a national campaign comes out, send them a release to talk about what your business does and what you would love to share and what value you'd love to give in that release coming up. The researchers are looking for it at that time. So that's what I mean, it's all about timing.
Brilliant. Okay, great advice as usual, Jonathan. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Brilliant. We're going to see you again next time.
Absolutely.
Okay, so now it's...